The Kings haven't made it to the playoffs in over 16 NBA seasons. It's been so long, the last time the Kings made the playoffs, I was just a baby. Team after team, rebuild after rebuild, wasted lottery pick after wasted lottery pick, and still, they've never been able to scrape in even at the 8th seed, but this year's different.
The Kings have had one of their best starts to the NBA season and find themselves in the playoff hunt. Right now, they're sitting at the 6th seed, but how has this happened? Just a season ago, people were saying the Kings need to blow it up and trade De'Aaron Fox and Harrison Barnes and tank for Victor Wembly. Well, the change happened last season when they traded away Tyrese Halliburton and Buddy Hield to the Pacers for Domantas Sabonis. NBA fans were confused on why the Kings would even make this trade. People were saying the Kings had lost their mind and they got fleeced. Everyone was saying they took a fat L, but I see it more as a win-win if the Kings can make it into the playoffs. This trade also allowed both De'Aaron Fox and Tyrese Halliburton to break out this season. In that trade, they got Sabonis, and he's been the perfect running mate for De'Aaron Fox. He plays bully ball inside, and if he gets in trouble, he can just kick it out and let Fox get to work. Domantas Sabonis this season has been averaging 17 points per game on 60% shooting from the field. But my favorite part about his game is his playmaking. He's always been an underrated playmaker in the NBA fans' eyes, but this season he's really showing the effects it's had on the team. He has really been able to find guys and get his teammates easy shots and get them going throughout the game. De'Aaron Fox deserves to be an all-star. He's the biggest reason why the Kings are even in the playoffs. This season, De'Aaron Fox is shooting and finishing at the rim at a higher rate than he did last year, and he's also one of the clutchest players in the NBA. During clutch time, he's finishing at the rim at an insane 70% a clip and a 40% clip at the three-point line. Try and convince me he's not an all-star, because he is. Another reason for the Kings' success is the Kings' offseason. They had the most underrated offseason I've ever seen. They added guys like Kevin Huerter, Malik Monk, and Keegan Murray. Keegan Murray does not play like a rookie. He looks like a vet out there. He knows his role on this team, and that's exactly what the Kings needed from him. As for Malik Monk and Kevin Huerter, these guys are three-point specialists. They're out there to space the floor for Fox and Sabonis. Kevin Huerter also was shooting lights out from 3 to start the season. I think he was shooting at 50% a clip at the 3. Lucky for the other teams, he has cooled off and now it's around 40% from 3, which is still really good. Mike Brown deserves a lot of credit for turning around this team's offense. After years and years and years of bad coaching in Sacramento, they finally found a good coach. Mike Brown has had years of experience with the Warriors as an assistant. He's using what he's learned from them and implementing it into the Kings system. One thing he's making his team do is pass the ball and cut. He's also sped up the pace of the team, and another thing he has added is the 0.5 basketball. 0.5 basketball is making decisions in 0.5 seconds to emphasize ball movement and discouraging over dribbling. This style of basketball has the Kings ranked in the top 5 assists per game categories. That's pretty impressive. This team is also built a lot like the Warriors. You have your shooters, whose main goal is to always be moving around the three-point line. Then you have your point forward to find the shooters, and last but not least, you have your guy, the guy you give the ball to when the game is on the line. You give the guy that ball and tell him, go make a play for this team, and he goes out and hits the big time shot. And last but not least, if the Kings do end up making the playoffs, I think Mike Brown deserves Coach of the Year. He's done the impossible if he gets the Kings into the playoffs. He deserves a lot of credit for this team and flipping them around.